another video and something completely different. I'm running out of CB radios to tinker with, as you may have gathered, and the last couple of videos I've been messing around with pat testing machines. Well, now I've run out of pat testing machines to mess about with as well. So this video is about a new project which I'm going to mess around with, and this is a magical cure-all. This is a wondrous device which I've just acquired locally. A fella just in the next street was selling it. Absolute bargain. It's gonna cure everything. It's one of these ancient cure-all remedies from the early 1950s, I think, late 40s, early 1950s, and it's gonna cure absolutely all my aches and pains and everything. So without any further ado, let us get round to examining it. I've not even looked at it much yet, so let us see what it is. And this is a magical cure-all. It's made by Stanley Electronics or Electrics. Late 40s, early 50s. And we open it up. Lovely box. Well, it must have been at one time. It's looking a bit tatty now, but it's an interesting looking box. I think what attracted me to it really was the box, because I thought, well, I can try my woodworking skills. It will be nice to restore the box. At least I can do that. I can sandpaper this down and restore it. Got a mysterious knob on the outside here, which I have no idea what it does. And it's very hard to turn, but no idea. Nice leather handle, nice catches. But the thing I noticed, first thing I noticed when I bought this from the fellow in the next street, was its tremendous weight. I thought I was carrying a load of accumulators, lead acid batteries or whatever. It weighs 8.5 kilograms, which nearly took my arm out. Terrific weight to carry, 8.5 kilograms, which is what, about 19 pounds, I suppose, in old money. And we open it up, and this is what we find. These knobs and things. We've got an on-off switch over here. We've got some kind of light there, and it says keep intensity weak until the pilot light glows. So that means a lot for us, doesn't it? Two knobs here marked as intensity. One there and one there, intensity, and one marked as frequency. So that's what it is. It's some kind of medical device. And these terminals here, two there and two there, are labelled patient. So I think it will pretty much cure anything, because it runs off the mains, it seems, and it's so old with its design that we didn't really have mains plugs in houses back then. I vaguely remember something about that, although I'm not quite that old myself, but I've come across equipment like this in my youth, and the connection was a bayonet connector for a light. So because we didn't have main sockets, but we had electric lighting in the very early days, you could plug it into your electric light and power it up. No earth, of course, but say you didn't have a main socket, you plug it into your electric light. But this is a do-all, ever-all, because looking at it, it seems to have a plug on it as well. So if you've got one of these ultra-modern plugs, and this is what we had at that time, you could plug it in. And if it didn't have a plug, well, then you could put it into there and put it into your electric light socket, switch it on. And then there must be some other wires here. Well, yeah, not much, and as you can see, absolutely rotten. All the insulation has gone off them. no insulation at all. So I think we can safely say that if I was to plug this into the mains and connect myself to it, patient one, well, one thing it would do is it would stop me growing older. I'd never get any older because I think it would electrocute me instantly. So that's why we've got that lead. One or two other mysterious little things. I don't know what these are really, whether anything to do with it even. I don't know. No idea. That. Another little terminal thing. Stanley Cox Limited. So yeah, it must be something to do with it because you know it's a Stanley Cox device. So that's a Stanley Cox. Goodness knows what that does. If anyone has any ideas, let me know. Here's another one, labelled Stanley Cox Limited. It's obviously you can put a wire in that, and it will screw up and lock it in. And then this is like another thing for a wire or something. I don't know. No idea. So we've got that, and we've got another 2-pin socket. But we don't need that because we've got a 2-pin socket on it, and this one isn't complete. There's no screw with it. And that's about it. I say it weighs an absolute ton, and it stinks of burning electric. It's absolutely reeking of burning electricity. Oh, I see there's some holes down here. Just inside there, I've got some air holes. So possibly it's got valves in it then. I don't know. Possibly it's a valve device. So that is as far as we can go at the moment. Stanley electronic machine to well, cure everything. Oh, the next thing to do then will be to take it to the outside workshop and open it up and see what we've got inside, and try and figure out what it's going to do to me, apart from make my hair even greyer. I don't know. That's the next project anyway. Stanley therapy machine, nicely made. You know, as things were back then. Very nicely made. Nice little wooden box. But will it ever work again? Will it ever cure me? Watch this space.